On day 4, I had quite a long ride all the way back from Hull over the Humber Bridge, and my aim was to reach Mablethorpe at the North Sea coast. Part of the journey also took me through the Lincolnshire Wolds again.
Yeah. So I'm at Humberside Airport, or a little road going past, and the little red thing there is the Thunderbird 3. I hoped I could see from closer, but it's a busy A road to get to the airport, so I'll give that a miss.
I'm back in Lincolnshire. Left Hull quite early in the morning to avoid the traffic and heat. And I'm now rejoining the National Cycle Route number 1. I had to do a little bit of a detour to avoid the busy A road. But yeah, back on track. Then briefly stopped in Cleethorpes just to take a photo of the bike in front of the Meridian line, the Greenwich Meridian that runs through there. I think it was quite an unnecessary detour, but anyway, then on further south towards Mablethorpe, which is a seaside town, and like many of the other places at the coast now has lots of caravan parks sprawling endlessly around it, but I think for a reason, because it's got a really beautiful beach there. Hi.
Hiya. Right.
So I'm on the last stretch of the trip to Mablethorpe. Took a bit longer than I wanted. You know, too many gravel paths and lots of turns. I had to stop because of road works. Can I get through?
Yeah, should be alright, mate.
Cheers. Don't eat sauna room today. It's my guest house room in Mablethorpe. The owner kindly let me put the bike in the dining room. He said, "Oh no, if you leave it outside on the road, someone will borrow it." Yeah, that must have happened before, so it's safe in the dining room.
The Met Office has warned that yesterday's record temperature for June could again be beaten today. Gosport in Hampshire saw a high of 36.1 Celsius, surpassing a record set in 1976.
Oil prices lower?
The answer to that is yes, but admittedly challenging. We have seen an uptick going into confidence to go into stores and spend money. That is absolutely positive for sportswear brands like Castore.
Day 5, I then went south from Mablethorpe, leaving early. It was really nice cycling along the coast.
actually all the way down to Chapel St Leonard's.
So setting off from Mablethorpe a bit later than I had planned today, but it's a really lovely morning. I'm a bit worried about the heat wave, which is heading my way, or I'm heading its way. At the moment it's still quite chilly actually, with the breeze, but the temperatures in Boston morning are going to go up high 20s at least, maybe 30s today. So I want to get some miles in. At the same time, it's still the nicest part of the day, and I want to enjoy that as well and take some photos and things. This is the beach at Chapel St Leonard's.
station. I've been taking it quite slow today, so it's just lunchtime and I've only made 30 kilometers or so. It's really nice. I'm just having a break outside a church. I got myself a sandwich and then I'll set off towards Boston.
From Skegness, I took only part of the A52 and then went on a small road, quiet lane towards Wainfleet All Saints. And now I am in Frisky, where I'm just having lunch outside the church. And then I'll end up somewhere here near the coast and go to Freiston Shore and then wiggle my way through to Boston in the afternoon. So further south, I stopped at the Freiston Shore, which is an RSPB site. So you can do bird watching if you're so inclined. Really peaceful, you can do walks there. And then you can see the sort of remaining marshlands of the Wash, which is just a very unique type of landscape. Cycled into Boston, which is an inland port city, a market town, a little bit bigger than Grantham, has around, I think, 70,000 population. I think it used to trade with the continent through the Hanseatic League or Pact, and sort of architecture shares similarities with what you might see in sort of northern Germany. And there was a vicar, the vicar of St. Botolph's, which is the main big church in Boston, now called the Stump, who encouraged joining what's called the Massachusetts Bay Company, and that then later led to the founding of Boston, Massachusetts. So now what's happening in Boston? Well, it's a center for food production, agriculture. I think it's quite well known for lots of Eastern European immigration. And I also found one fact that 10 years ago it was the most murderous place in England and Wales, which, yeah, that was a bit surprising to hear, but it felt very safe to me. So in the last day I left Boston early in the morning, cycled south through, the fenland landscape. This is just 10 minutes out of Boston. Even having a few drops of rain now. Amazing light. Just managed to cross the really busy A17 at Fossdyke Bridge. This is the River Welland, and now I'm heading towards Spalding, and part of it is this sort of quite long byway, which is largely gravel, so I think this will be quite slow. I feel a bit silly now, so it started raining quite heavily, but it's only for about 30 seconds, so I've now got my rain jacket out, it stopped. I've bypassed Spalding. I did a bit of a detour to find a cafe. It said it was open on Google, but they were still closed, so I'm very caffeine deprived. But I think I'll just crack on and get some miles in to get back to Stamford before it gets too hot today.
So almost back. Just another, I think, 10 kilometers to go. I just found an iced coffee in a corner shop and a shady place under a tree. So just arriving back in Stamford, not a minute too early. It's really, really hot now, so I'm not going to do any more vlogging or drive-by shots or cycle-by shots, anything like that. Just get home, have a shower and a cold drink, and then hopefully at the end of this I'll have a video to show you all a summary of the trip.